Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this morning. Thank you for bringing us to this cabinet.
It seems that the Catholic bishops have stirred up a hive of angry bees with their scathing critique of President Ruto's leadership.
Youth unemployment, regulations of the education system, especially the CBC and university loan scheme, the failure to constitute the IEBC, etc. We believe that genuine consultation of all concerned stakeholders in all these matters is necessary beyond the casual public participation. This culture of lies, unkept promises, and misplaced priorities is unacceptable and needs to be dealt with.
Their bold statement accusing the president of incompetence and labeling his promises as empty dreams of heaven that have instead delivered hell have sent shockwaves through the corridors of power. In response, the government has come out swinging, launching a barrage of fiery attacks aimed at the Catholic Church. Over 10 responses from prominent government-affiliated figures flooded Twitter, with vocal critics like Oscar Sudi, Aaron Cheruyot, Health CS Deborah, and a slew of pro-government bloggers all taking turns blasting the bishops for what they described as misleading and misrepresenting the state of the nation. Meanwhile, President Ruto was forced to convene an urgent cabinet meeting to address the mounting pressure. Among the key issues on the agenda was the contentious rollout of the Social Health Authority, also known as SHA, a program that continues to face backlash from Kenyans who claim it complicates access to health care rather than simplifying it.
Development partners and the World Bank specifically. We have billions of shillings to drive the programs that we have in every ministry. To the UAE, we discussed some of our mining issues with the UAE. Otherwise, 17th of September. Okay, so it's been a while, and you know that will not give us the impact we are looking for. Asked the head of public service to convene a meeting with all our principals. We have resources according to this money that is available. That is money we can use to drive the program with the agenda that we have. Some of that money is by way of programs or projects or things that make meaning. Every ministry has that. How much money do we have in that space, John?
Let me maybe just read the ongoing project as at 1st September 2024 financial years.
Yes.
And spend.
And spend.
Yes.
Yeah. So, each and every one of us here, you need to sit down with your principal secretaries of our mining issues with the UAE.
The bishop's accusation didn't hold back, condemning the administration of squandering taxpayers' money while failing to deliver tangible results.
Number 2, corruption and politics of self-interest. The elected leaders have been mandated to fulfill roles conferred to them by the Constitution. They are among the highest paid legislators in the world. We are troubled by their heightened insensitivity and irresponsibility in carrying out their tasks, allowing themselves to be captured and compromised in corrupt deals. Corruption may not always involve financial benefits, but the unjust use of position and authority or abuse of office. The massive greed we are witnessing is shocking and heartbreaking. The violation of human rights and freedom of speech. We are appalled by the blatant recurring incidents of reported abductions, disappearances, torture, and killings of Kenyans. We also decry the increasing murder of women. This has caused great consternation, anger, and disgust. Many families are still grappling with the loss of their children who are brutally killed, injured, or went missing following what is referred to as the Gen Z demonstrations in June 2024. Many of these victims had raised concerns about rampant corruption within and outside the government. Who is abducting these people? And is the government unable to stop these abductions and killings? The government must protect the life of every human person in Kenya, as stipulated in our Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, Article 26. The government must take the lead in following the law, which the leadership took an oath to uphold and defend at all times.
Culture of lies, NHIF, unkept promises, and misplaced priorities. The culture of lies is swiftly replacing the integrity and respect that Kenyans deserve. Basically, it seems that truth does not exist, and if it does, it's only what the government says. Unfortunately, it seems that the Kenyans have helplessly tolerated the lies told to them constantly by politicians. Kenyans must learn not to applaud or validate the lies that the politicians tell them, but rather must resolve to seek and be led by the truth. When the government fails to fulfill its promises, particularly concerning payments to essential service providers, it harms vulnerable communities. This is the case with NHIF. The neglect of faith-based organizations, hospitals, now owed billions in dues, is an issue we have addressed constantly, even with the president. We recall the pertinent and resolved issues we have raised recently with the government: over taxation of Kenyans, the hiking of the missionary work permits, youth unemployment, regulations of the education system, especially the CBC and university loan scheme, the failure to constitute the IEBC, etc. We believe that genuine consultation of all concerned stakeholders in all these matters is necessary beyond the casual public participation. This culture of lies, unkept promises, and misplaced priorities is unacceptable and needs to be dealt with. Selfish agenda to extend the term of elected leaders. It is baffling that a bill proposing an extension of the 5-year term to 7 years is being considered, and apparently there are plans to rush it through the legislative system. A two-term limit of 10 years, as given by the current constitution, is ample time for any visionary political leader to leave a strong legacy if they perform. We need to critically scrutinize this political move. We question the motivation behind this agenda and the long-term interests it serves. We strongly condemn this retrogressive and manipulative thinking. Let us not create problems where there are none. We have matters of national concern, such as the crumbling CBC education system, health care services, reconstitution of the IEBC, a huge block of educated but unemployed youth, and fighting the monster of corruption, among others, that are surely top priorities. Overtaxing Kenyans. We all know that the government raises its revenue primarily through taxes. Our problem is that Kenyans are being unreasonably overtaxed by the continued myriad of new tax regimes that are constantly emerging from day to day.